You guys ready for this? Ever since the news crews started pouring into our city to showcase what's actually going on here, they're all in hiding. The grocery stores, the car washes, them detailing the brand new cars at the car washes, they're not there. The B&Bs are closed down. Guess why? This is day 2 because they don't want you to be able to see what's actually going on in there. They don't want the news stations to be able to actually go in and see what the hell's going on there. Like clockwork, there's always a line wrapped around the welfare office every morning. Guess what? There's no line. They're not out driving. They're not out walking the streets like they generally are. They're being told to lay low. They just want to continue to make us look like liars. Like all the news crews were there. We didn't see any of that kind of stuff happening. Okay, well, guess what? Once this settles down a little bit, come back. I just really can't believe this is actually what's happening where I live.
So as you all just heard, residents of Springfield, Ohio are claiming that now that the mainstream media is out there with the cameras rolling, everyone is on their best behavior. But as the mainstream media is out there acting as if nothing is going on, they're only interviewing people with businesses that are benefiting from making money off of these immigrants. They're not interviewing the actual everyday people of Springfield, Ohio. Now, I'm not sure if you all are aware of this, but there are independent journalists on the ground in Springfield who are actually talking to the everyday, average, common person of Springfield, and they're revealing all types of crazy stories about what's going on there. But as I said, the mainstream media is still pretending like this is not a problem. City officials are pretending like this is not a problem. Speaking of, the mayor of Springfield, Ohio, I'm just waiting on verification for a couple of things. But it looks like we'll be exposing this guy tomorrow because he's been directly benefiting financially from this situation. But that's a conversation for another video on another day. Right now, I want to focus on some new reports that I just found. But as I said, the mainstream media is out there pretending like nothing is going on. Meanwhile, there's still citizens of Springfield, Ohio, speaking out about these problems at the city commission meetings and what have you. I believe Vivek Ramaswamy is actually going to have some type of town hall in Springfield in a couple of days. But as you all know, the mainstream media has claimed that there were no reports of anything happening to the animals in Springfield, Ohio. Now, we already uncovered one report. They're trying to make it hard for us. We uncovered one report where it was alleged that Haitian immigrants were stealing geese out of the local park. So that's one report that we found. And now we have all uncovered another report, this time about cats. This is an incident that supposedly, allegedly happened in August. That's when the report was made. And this is before the story blew up. So this is not someone reacting to this, situation now that it's a viral story. This is something that happened a while back before this story started spreading on the internet, before the debate, before all of that. So that means that when they were telling you that there were no reports of any of this stuff happening, they were bold-faced lying, because now we have found 2 reports, and I can almost guarantee you that we're going to find more as the days go along. But let's go ahead and read this report. It's a wild one. So basically it says that this woman thinks her neighbors stole her cat and chopped it up and have it in their backyard. She is saying that the neighbors are Haitian and she doesn't know who they are. She says that on August 24th, her cat went missing, has not been seen since. She found some sort of meat in the backyard. She thinks it was from her cat. There were no bones or fur found around the meat. She suspects that the Haitian neighbors did it. Now, they say there's no evidence to support this claim. It's unknown if the meat that was found in the backyard actually belongs to the cat. The woman says she collected the meat and put it in her fridge and hopes to get it cremated. What in the hell is going on in Ohio? What in the hell? I'm sorry, this is sad and twisted, but what in the hell is going on in Springfield, Ohio? So, woman claims cat went missing. Claims that she believes the Haitian immigrant neighbors stole the cat, chopped it up, did something with it, and then portions of the cat were placed in the backyard. Now, I know that sounds wild, because it is. But I've been looking into situations like this, and this sounds like it could be some sort of ritual. But I don't know. I also think it's extremely weird that this woman was like, I collected the meat so I could have it cremated. God. Whoa. So it sounds like we have an old cat lady. Her precious cat was lost. And she thinks that the meat she found in her backyard belonged to the cat and that the neighbors took it and chopped it up. So, regardless if this happened or not, I'm absolutely disgusted by this report. The fact is that these reports exist. These are reports that we were told did not exist. In fact, they acted as if they were surprised, like it was a big surprise. What are you talking about? Immigrants hurting the animals? What do you mean? You know, like it was some far-fetched idea that they've never even fathomed. Yet we already found multiple police reports. We've already watched a half a dozen people at the city commission meetings talking about this problem. So at the very least, folks, what I'm trying to say, you can believe that this is happening. You cannot believe this is happening. At the very least, they are and were very aware of these reports existing. Yet they pretended like, oh my God, this crazy conspiracy. You guys are crazy. Where are you coming up with this information? We're coming up with this information from the police reports that we're uncovering from your town. We're coming up with this information from the people of your town speaking out. And listen, in some cases, yeah, we got videos that people are posting on social media. But in many cases, these people are at the city hall, at the city council, talking to city commission leaders. They're talking to the leaders, right? And it's on video. So for them to pretend like they don't know what the hell is going on, where do these conspiracies come from? They were being dishonest there as well. But as we're digging through all of these reports, I'm also going through hours and hours and hours. So many hours of footage from these meetings that have been happening in Springfield. And it turns out that in March, months ago, well before anyone was talking about this, at least outside of Springfield, Ohio, there were talks about the immigrants doing bad things to the domesticated animals. They were discussing this at the city commission meetings as far back as March. Now, like I said, I still got who knows how many hours of footage to go through. But I can tell you, I can confirm right now that as far back as March, they were talking about this problem. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
Our traditions, laws, and culture is 180 degrees different of what they're used to. And one of the things that I heard that bothered me very much, and I've actually had quite a few people contact me here lately, is some pretty horrid things occurring to domesticated animals in the neighborhood. We've had some stuff in the park that, again, they're being taken advantage of for reasons other than, and if you shake your head, Brian.
No. I asked me if there was proof. I just don't have proof of it.
I have the same thing. People that have confided in me have asked me for anonymity. I can't give their names up.
I mean, we haven't seen the proof that you're telling me, and I've heard about it too.
Yeah.
Now, once again, the city commission leaders, they're like, "Oh, there's no proof. There's no proof." But you heard him say loud and clear that he was aware of these reports. So they were aware that people were reporting this in March. Yet when it was brought up about a week or so ago, they acted as if, well, oh my God, crazy, conspiracy. Where are you guys coming up with this stuff? Yet they're literally openly talking about it. The city leaders openly acknowledge that they've heard the same stuff going around town as well. And now we're kind of at the point where, what even is proof or evidence anymore? We got multiple police reports. We got dozens of people in the town that we know of that have spoken out about the problem. You literally got the freaking duck rescuer who has acknowledged, a woman who runs I guess you could call it a business, rescuing ducks and birds and stuff. She has openly acknowledged that the birds, the ducks, the gooses, the geeses, they're disappearing from this area at alarming rates. So we got everyone down to the freaking waterfowl experts out here like, yeah, I rescue ducks in this area, and guess what? There's no more ducks to rescue. They're all freaking gone now. So what even is proof or evidence at this point? The fact is, they just want to say, oh, there's no proof, there's no proof. What? How many people need to speak out? How much more evidence do you need to see before you acknowledge that this problem is real? Now, I know the problem's real. Most of you all will acknowledge the problem is real. But there's a large portion of America that think that this is just a big conspiracy, and they're not smart enough to do their own research. They're not smart enough to know when they're being lied to. Yet right here in the span of 10 minutes, 12 minutes, we've pointed out how they've lied multiple times. And that they, at the very least, folks, like I said, I got to keep digging. This stuff goes far back. This problem didn't just start yesterday. It didn't start last week. It didn't start during the debate. It didn't start a couple of days before that. This problem has been going on for years. And if this information is verified about the mayor, which I believe it's going to be, then man, this rabbit hole runs pretty deep. And there is oh my God, there's so many reasons as to why they don't really want this getting out there, because they don't want their house of cards to come down crumbling, folks. But this isn't something that just popped up. This is a problem that's been going on for a few years now. It's just that now it's kind of reached almost a boiling point. And that's why we're all here talking about it. But I'm not done talking about this. We will be talking more about this in the future. For now, ring that notification bell. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's very important that you share these videos. You need to share these videos on social media. Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Share it on whatever social media platform you're on. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you always hit the like button. And I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.